So the Leather River, and doesn't the Game Boy Advance have a couple of new surprises, you know, in this version of Final Fantasy VI? So if it does, I'm going to be checking that out, of course. Here we go. This raft will carry us to Narshe. Hop aboard the raft. Let's do it! Head towards Narshe while protecting Banon at all costs. If Banon falls in battle, the journey is over. Why? Why is he so important? He's the leader, so then someone else can be the leader. Okay. Did anyone ever like Banon? Hey, Bailey. Hey, Bailey, did you ever like Banon? Did you ever like Banon? Raise your hand out there if you ever like Banon. Give me something here. Okay, so, dude, I'm pumped up. Sabin's in the 400s, and Sabin's in the 400s in HP-wise. Now, going back so far, Final Fantasy VI is a game that I can always recall. Like, Final Fantasy IV and VI, you know, back in the SNES days, these are games I can recall being at this level or that level HP-wise. Oh, I'm at this point of the game? Yeah, I should be, like, with Sabin at, like, level 342. Like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, you remember that. You know, if I get to a game like Final Fantasy X, it's just, it's kind of more like, meh, I don't know. I'm looking good now, you know. Final Fantasy, even some of the, like, Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy VII kind of goes back there, like, oh, I got Cloud at, like, 700-ish HP, and I'm here at this point of the game. Yeah, it sounds about right. So, straight left or right here on this river. I don't remember the way. Phoenix Downs have no effect on him. Banon? Yeah. Once he's out, he's out. Yes, Final Fantasy VI is a lot of people's all-time favorite Final Fantasy. And despite my feelings for 4, of course, it's like Final Fantasy VI is like the best overall Final Fantasy game up to like Final Fantasy VI. You know, like in the NES, SNES era, Final Fantasy VI was just like, it was just perfection. Like, because you take Final Fantasy IV, the first SNES Final Fantasy game, and then you go to Final Fantasy VI after the Forgotten 5, and it's just the graphics have been updated, you know, all the way, and the music, everything's just been improved and polished. You know, it's like the pinnacle of what the SNES was all about. You know, so hey man, like 5 the most, like 4 the most, like 1 the most, whatever. But we all have to admit, you know, this was like SNES perfection in many ways, you know. Dave, how far are you on in Final Fantasy VI? Well, I'm right here. I'm on the Leather River. Oh, so not far. And I'm going to say this probably so many times, but if you miss any portion of my streams ever, just subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dave the Usher. Save spot here, and a chance to recuperate. Yeah, let's do that. You know, it's at this point, actually, earlier on, you could see everyone's Bushido, Blitz, Lore, Rage, Dance. Interesting stuff. Like I said, all these characters, so many of these characters have, like, different unique abilities. That's what makes Final Fantasy VI and the party members unique in this game. You know, Final Fantasy V, it was all about job classes, man. Crazy job classes. Final Fantasy IV, you just came as is, and that was cool. You know, like, no choice, but it's like, here's Rosa. She's a white mage, and she can use a bow and arrow. That's all. Deal with it. You know? Deal with it. Use it in battle to the best of your abilities. You're just Cecil with a young girl named Rita, and she can summon a little bit, and she has some black and white magic a little bit. And then you got Edward. He's not that strong. Deal with it. You know, that's it. He's a bard. Deal with it. Someone said, Gao, and that's how I pronounce that name. Gao is the best character. I think I should have gone left. I disagree on that. Were you being sarcastic? Left? Yeah, I remember left. I remember that one, because I don't know why I always go up. My wife is left-handed. So we talk about that kind of stuff all the time. And I read this article about being... who's right-handed, who's left-handed? Just say right or left in the chat or in the comments, you know, whatever. You right, you left. Or you both, you know, like, yeah, I can do it all. You know, whatever. Right, left, both. In your comments. Check that out. But I remember reading this article recently about, like, lefties and how just... how lefties just got it, like, tougher in life, basically, in so many regards, right? I'm a righty, of course. But usually us righties, when we're making decisions in, like, everyday life, and like, this is just an example, this is one example of a trillion. Like, it asks me, like, let's say it asks me, would you like to go right? Would you like to go left? You know, us righties will probably, like, 90% of the time choose right, you know? Naturally, it's... I don't know, I just read this article. It was kind of cool. You should... I don't have the specific one, but you should look that up. Hey! What have we got here? You know, once again, to this day, I have no idea how Ultros would sound. You're up the creek without a paddle, and I'm not gonna let you through. Does that make me a bad octopus? I have no idea how he sounds in my mind to this day. You know, because there was a couple characters in Final Fantasy VI. Oh, that's one tasty morsel. I'd love to get my tentacles around her. To this day in Final Fantasy VI, there's a couple enemies that I just do not know how they sound. I read it, and it's just my voice. You know, sometimes how, like, you'll read dialogue in a video game back in the day, or you're reading a comic book, and, you know, like, you used to watch Generation 1 Transformers, and then you read the old Generation 1 Transformers, comic. Well, you hear Frank Welker's Megatron in your mind, and you know when you're reading his dialogue, right? Bioblaster, muscleheads, hate him. So you know, to me, it's couldn't put my finger ever on Ultros. You know, keep Bannon alive. This is Ultros, by the way, right? Let's get to him. I love Ultros, the best name ever. He's gonna attack Bannon specifically, and there it is. Oh, God. Right there, right on cue. 77. Let's use some fire. Fire actually damages Ultros pretty well. Because he's an octopus. He's a sea guy, so... Ouch! Seafood soup is not on the menu. Not for me, not today. Aha! I think in the original version he just said, ow! Seafood soup! I mean, now it makes a little more sense, you know, why is he... Right? He would just say seafood soup, right? It's like, okay. Youch! Seafood soup is not on the menu! Oh, protected against darkness, Terra is. Come on, Rage and Fist, man. Woo! Right? I guess it got the point. I wouldn't bet on it. It's probably just hiding down there. Ew! Something stuck to my leg! Terra, get away from there! Ugh. We should be alright now. 8-armed freak! I'm gonna smash it with a blitz! No, Sabin! Out of my way, Edgar! Ha! Well, he's always been a bit rash. Sabin! Oh, he'll be fine. Are you sure, Bannon? Sir? You're his brother. You should know better than any of us. Any second now, I'll flop back up onto this raft, right as rain. Whoa! Oh! I think he missed the onto the raft part. Sabin! Sabin! You're on your own now! He's done fine on his own. And here's something. Sabin! That's how he's floating away. Ah! I'm floating away. And when I was a kid, I played this game for the first time back in 1994, and I'm going along, doing my thing, enjoying the game, and I got to this point. Little kid Dave was like, wow, what is this? Edgar and Tara race toward Narshe while protecting Bannon. But what of Sabin, who was swept away by the raging waters? And how is Locke faring after having penetrated the Empire's defenses in South Figaro? Is all going according to plan? Choose a scenario, Kupo. And this is Mog, by the way. He's at level 19, but it doesn't really matter his levels. You can't do anything with that. But for the first time when I got to this, I was like, this is the coolest idea ever. I wish this was in Final Fantasy IV. I wish this was in just any other RPG that was out at the time. Later on, I wish this was in later RPG games. I wish this was in Final Fantasy VII, you know? But with the way that game was, you know, maybe that wouldn't have worked, you know, with the way the... I mean, it could have. You would have had to have redone some things. But this was the coolest thing ever. I'm the game player, and it's up to me to pick who we're going to be playing as first and what we're going to be doing, you know? What we're going to be doing. This is so awesome, dude. So, who should I pick? I'm kind of on the fence. Well, in my mind, the appropriate way to go is, I'll tell you, is to go with Sabin first because, well, I'm going to tell you, out of these three scenarios here, the most of stuff happens with Sabin. There's a whole bunch of Sabin stuff. Sabin's story right here, his scenario, is the longest. Second longest, well, Locke's and Edgar and Tara and Bannon's, I'd say they're about the same. Maybe, actually, I don't know. Maybe Locke's is a little short. They're about the same. It kind of depends, I guess, but they're about the same. Fortes is saying Locke was my pick first. Usually I like Locke's scenario the best. People want me to go with Sabin. I save Locke for the last. Yeah, maybe. Do the Sabin story first, people are saying. And I usually do the Sabin story first too, and I believe I'm going to here as well. What dire fate has befallen Sabin, who leapt from the raft after the fight with Ultros? Right, Bailey? Okay. So, here we are in the overworld, and you know where you are, yeah, we're kind of just swept away, east, I guess, right? There's that continent down south that we haven't set foot on, of course. No boats go there now. And the Empire's stronghold is down there. Hold on. Optimize. Relics. Well, okay, we got the glove. Armored glove from a foreign land allows the wearer to equip a weapon in each hand. I don't have to pause right now. Right? No, I mean, but I'm just gonna put it on. We're gonna get a claw soon enough, I believe. And a jeweled ring. Oh, I'm gonna put the sprint shoes on. Or no, wait, no, I'm not. What am I thinking? Yeah, we're gloving it up. So yeah, there's that overworld theme, and well, technically this isn't true. Final Fantasy VI kinda was the first game that, like, if you got interrupted with a random battle, it just picked up where it left off. That's what I thought at the time. That's technically not true because Final Fantasy V started doing that. Final Fantasy IV did not do that. Who are you? Out of there! I run a mobile item shop of sorts in these parts. Everyone around here knows me. You're, not from around here, are you? Oh, well, no matter. Need anything? Of course I'll take a look. Alright, saving scenario is so much fun. So they're equipped, but they're not in stock. You might want to have, you know, a couple of things. What's this stuff? Always with the sprint shoes, by the way. Well, I don't know what it is. I do. But I'm gonna get it. Oop. Ah, yes. I'm also reminded. Not that I forgot, but I recalled something else. See you around! And haven't we seen this guy in black before? Oh, don't get too close. He doesn't like strangers. You... another traveler? You don't happen to know how I could get to Narshi, do you? I got separated from my friends. The Empire has set up camp just beyond the forest to the east. The Empire? What are they doing here? They seem to have their sights on Doma Castle. It's ingrained in my brain. So, Doma's next, huh? But I need to get to Narshi right away! Your only road passes through Doma. I can take you there if you'd like. Just know that I may leave you at any time. Take on a traveling companion? Who's gonna say no to this guy? Death is always just a step behind me. So, welcome our newest party member, Shadow. He's an assassin. He'd slit his own mother's throat for a nickel. That's what the original dialogue was. Okay, so, okay. And Ninja Gear. Ninja Gear can also be used by Sabin. So, optimize. Get him tough, you know. You need some relics. So do that. Darkness and poison are always nice. I don't have that though. Boost for his strength. Yeah. We'll go with that. Okay? Sabin's ready to go. So, remember what Shadow said. He may leave at any time. I don't know if it's a fixed number. It might be whatever. I never bothered to care. But I'm going to tell you right now, after you get Shadow in your party, and you want to keep him around, I would imagine, I would assume, don't do any random battles, dude. Don't, like, walk out there into the overworld and do random battles, because if you do too many, he's just going to be like, alright, I'm out of here. I think I've served my purpose, or boppity bop. See you later. See ya. And he leaves, and that sucks. You want Shadow around in your party as long as possible, would you not? So, watch it. Shadow is your boy. Shadow hype. Yeah. And then Shadow and that merchant guy are just hanging out here. And that's why I bought those items, by the way, because Shadow can throw items, and he can throw the ninja stuff, obviously. So is he an assassin or a ninja? Or I guess that's both. Ouch! Oh, for pity's sake! And you call yourself a repairman? Causing trouble just like a kid. A kid? I don't have any kids. Why'd you bring up kids? Makes me sick just thinking about it. I think it's time for you to leave now. Go on, get, or I'll toss you out into the veldt too. I think this old chocobo's missing a few feathers. So is that Sabin who says that, by the way? And that merchant returns. He comes, so you can always buy stuff. Maybe up. Yeah, that's plenty. See you around. Whoop whoop. This is such wacky, silly music. I prefer Final Fantasy VI's wacky, silly music much more than Final Fantasy V's wacky, silly music. What else can we do in here? Can I sleep in your bed? Take a nap? Sure, I don't care if this guy's standing right here. My wife is saying shadow hype. What do you know about Shadow, Ty? I mean, you look at him and it's instantly like, oh, I like this guy. He's cool. You the clockmaker? I've been waiting for ages. No, I'm not the clockmaker. There she is, hanging up on that wall over there. Ain't been ticking for a year now. 5 years, was it? Oh, shucks. Maybe it's been 10. I don't remember. So this guy is obviously a little loopy, batty, crazy, nutso. Ah, I got it! Lawnmower repairman, eh? I couldn't provide worse service. Grass is 50 feet tall out back. I think it was originally tall. No more lip repairman. Fix that stove on the double. It'll be on your conscience when I freeze to death. Then you must be. You're here to fix my bed. It's been creaking like all get out. You're the clockmaker, right? I've been waiting for ages. No, I'm not the clockmaker. There she is, hanging up on that wall over there. Ain't been ticking forever now. So, yeah, this guy, and oh, I remember why it doesn't say, you know, Sabin says, and yeah, it's just whoever is here at you know, in your party. Can we do anything else here? But no, you try and do something with the stove, you burn yourself, and oh, he doesn't throw you out anymore? Youch! It just throws you out the first time. Okay. So yeah, this guy's here, and I believe that's everything here. So you look at the map, it's not too much to it. Kind of seems like you need to go downward. That way downward, right? So I'm not going to do any battling here. Because remember, if you do too much battling, and Shadow is in your party, he'll leave your party, and that sucks, dude. I spend so many hours just playing this game. Oh, look, a forest. There's some... What are the enemies like? So many hours just playing this game. When was the last time I played an old school Final Fantasy game and didn't stream it or didn't do a walkthrough of it? Maybe like 2007. Might have been Final Fantasy IX in my bedroom, playing on my old TV in the corner. And I remember I started it around Christmas time. And it was Christmas Day, and I'm going the wrong way. It was Christmas Day, and I was at like the evil forest, and you know, you had to go out and do family stuff, and I like saved, and I was just playing for me. Sometimes that's nice. Riff Raff, the giraffe is saying stove and bed and clockmaker wannabe. Yeah, I know. Featherless Chocobo, I like his Old West theme. No. There's, Armageddon Time is saying there's a point in Sabin's story where if you still have Shadow by then, he won't leave you for the rest of that story. That is true, and we'll get to that, and I'll make a mention of that. And that's what you gotta definitely wait for. I believe I was phrasing it. Get out of here! This guy's kind of cool. He looks, it's like a bird dinosaur, kind of, you know. It looks like he's wearing a shawl, and I don't know, or something, like something draped over him. And, okay, I'm going the right way now. Spill the water, Dave. Oh! I need to run here, man. So yeah, you want Shadow around. Does anyone ever pass up on Shadow? Like, you want me in your party? Nah, I'm cool. I don't say no, but, well, we'll get to it. I never say no, though. I never say no, that's for sure. You are being hosted by 0 channels. I would like to be hosted. Someday. I'm looking at that in my dashboard. At DavetheUsher, I didn't know you were on Twitch. I was checking you out on asterisk back in the day. It was a certain gaming site, or RLWRK is now following me. Hello, how are you? Rabbits in iceberg lettuce. So let's see. We're at good levels here. This in Shadow. Shadow is normally in like the way low like 300s. Isn't it 302? Don't tell me my memory is that good. Yeah, being hosted by 0 channels here on Twitch. Someone host me. No one goes there anymore. I'm gonna say our twerk. So, here we are. I'm afraid to even step foot in there. If I make another, if I take another step to my left, that way, on the map, I'm going to be sucked into a location automatically, and stuff happens, and this and that. But, you know, I feel like this is an appropriate place to call it a wrap here. And right at the end here, Gingerbread Man is now following me. I was thinking in my head I was going to stream till 8 o'clock. Right now it's about 7:50 Eastern Standard Time. So, you know, I'm about at the mark. So I am going to call it a wrap right here. I just streamed 2 days ago, and here I am on Monday currently. And I'm streaming again. Right, Bailey? Hey, Bailey, you want to go downstairs? Get something to eat? Hey, Lulu, you want your food? Come here, girl. Come over here. Come say goodbye. But yeah, in case you guys are joining late, some of you may be, and I'm sorry, but I am going to call it a wrap right here. If any of you ever missed any of this, you know, any portion of the stream, you can always view it in its entirety on my Dave the Usher YouTube channel. I'm putting this whole thing up there. I have a couple parts up there. I'm going to be putting some more up there. Pretty soon I'm going to be putting up a new Dave's Exotic Food video. I got something defrosting in my refrigerator. I told the people earlier, I'm going to say it again, it's a hunk of reindeer meat. Good stuff, man. Reindeer is delicious. And, yeah, man, it's almost Thanksgiving, so a couple days, yeah, it'll be Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving already, whatever. This will probably be after Thanksgiving when I post this. But, yeah, little Dave the Usher news. Ty and I are starting a brand new gaming project. We're going to post the first one on Thanksgiving Day, so that'll be cool. And, yeah, thanks for the stream. We'll see you later. Thanks for the entertainment, Dave. Looking forward to more. People are saying thank you, and you're welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. I very much appreciate it. Of course, I appreciate any support. And, yeah, we still got Hostium is now following. Yeah, if you want to be informed, though, in advance, like a day or two or whatever, follow me on my social media pages. And, yeah, if you miss it, just check out my YouTube channel. So, guys, I'll be seeing you, Bailey. Bailey, bud. I'll be seeing you. Lulu's in the back, so whatever. I'll be seeing you guys later. Bailey, say goodbye to the stream. Good stuff. Thanks for being here, guys. Awesome.